that took the wind out of my sails. Good morning. Hello, Gerbot. Good to see you. Hopefully you can see me now. And I can move this over. So I'm trying to look closer to where you are. No, it doesn't want to do that, does it? There we go. Well, I had a... It's worse now? Huh. All right. Well, in that case, we're going to call it a morning. I don't have much in the way of fixing this. Oh. Okay. Well, good morning. We'll have a nice brief morning. I just woke up. I had an incredible, busy, full men's group yesterday. We had a beautiful group of 10 men, and it was deep and beautiful, and I'm happy with how it went, proud of how it went. I'm proud of all the guys, and I feel like today is a day of rest for me. I was going. But what are you grateful for? Would love to hear if you're grateful for something today. I'm grateful for June gloom. I love the gloomy days. I love overcast and foggy and opportunities to wear hoodies instead of sweating all day. Gearbot is grateful for another nice evening out with friends. Yay. I love that you prioritize and make time for time with friends. Good morning, Rachel. Good morning to you. What are you grateful for? I'm grateful for some really deep conversations yesterday. There's this fine line. It's kind of delicate to how do you talk about deep things that are impacting us and our deep feelings and our struggles in a time when a lot that's happening in the news is affecting us. So how do you talk about the feelings or how we process our exposure to the world without getting bogged down in the stories, telling stories about good guys and bad guys and what we're afraid of? Like it's good to talk about fear and how we process fear, but without telling these kind of stories about what we're afraid of that tends to get everybody else talking about what they're... But I think we did a great job. I think we also didn't avoid hard topics or not talk about current events. So we didn't talk about current events, but we talked about the ways in which we are impacted and the ways in which we find balance or are able to live purposeful lives, finding a sweet spot in keeping informed. It was really good. Good morning, Chris. Chris says, glad things went well. Sorry I missed the men's gathering. You were felt. Yesterday was definitely, it felt like an extension of the first one. We followed a lot of the same format, but it was also much different. The 12 guys, I can't remember if we had 19 at the first one, but 12 is a much smaller circle. And there's a lot more everybody speaks more. And with 19 or with a larger group, there's a little bit of, we ask everyone to try not to, if you find yourself speaking a lot, try to slow down so that everybody gets a chance to share. And with 12, there was really everyone could speak as much as they wanted. But thank you, Chris. Gerbot says, we had some nice overcast here yesterday as well. It was very pleasant and grateful I was able to spend time outside. Beautiful. It's where I was yesterday, it was stayed overcast all day, and then I came home here and it was sunny, and Lisa was so happy that the sun came out. So it's fun that no matter what the weather, one of us is happy. So I'm sure she's looking to the skies, hoping that the sun will break through, and I'm looking at the skies with gratitude. Rachel says, grateful for prayers and singing and hugging recalibrations. Hear, hear. Chris says, we're tiptoeing through the path towards moving our father to an elder care facility. Grateful my brothers and I are on the same page in regards to his care and the direction. Oof. That sounds delicate and emotional and difficult. So grateful that you've got your brothers to make those decisions and make that happen together. Which reminds me how grateful I am for my brother. My brother attended and participated in the Heart-Centered Men's Group yesterday. And it was the first time he'd done something like that. The first time he'd come to an event that I was leading. And it was great. And, I spoke with some people afterwards who were just really, really wished that they had a relationship with their brother like I do. And that was, it's so true. I try not to take for granted how wonderful the relationship I have with my brother is. Anybody else want to share a little or big, something that you are appreciating in this moment? I'm grateful for mushroom coffee. I'm grateful for a day that has a lot of spaciousness in it for rest and reflection. I'm grateful for my home. Grateful for my stiff body and the ability to stretch it out in the morning. I'm grateful that one of the men in my group stayed the night with us last night and just left this morning. So grateful that he was off safely and we got to spend some time together. Good morning, Echo. Chris says, my relatives are dealing with the same thing with my aunts. It's causing division in their families. Grateful that's not our case. Oof. Yeah, I'm really grateful that my parents have given so much thought to their future plans, but there certainly are some scenarios that could get difficult. Echo says, I'm grateful for the nature walk I just went on. Beautiful. Can you remind me where you are so I can visualize whatever nature that you saw? I'm grateful for the courage of all the guys that showed up yesterday. There were some men in the group who were, veterans of men's groups and felt very at home because there are guys that I've been in men's groups with. And then there were people that had never been to a men's group. And it takes a lot. There are guys that didn't know anybody in the group, and this is their first time doing something like it. And that's a big jump. to walk into a room of people you don't know and basically very quickly find yourself trusting or letting yourself trust these people that are started as strangers. And that's a lot of my job is, hopefully to create a safe space and a safe container, and hopefully that people trust me, and then through me, they trust the group. So I'm just really proud of all of us. Echo says, Cornville, Arizona, just outside of Sedona. Sat by a beautiful creek that runs through the neighborhood. Oh, lovely. There were some guys from the March group. Let's see. Cielo and Michael were two of the veterans that were with us again. And myself. Oops. Anybody else feeling a little gratitude or something in their excitement? Or I'm grateful. There's a few people in the group that are going to Burning Man for the first time, and grateful to get to listen to people's excitement and without any attachment myself, or people that are stressed about all the things. And I'm grateful that I didn't have to really, it's just hours and hours and hours of preparation that I don't have to do this year. I got to spend yesterday near the beach and got to see some dolphins and beautiful scenery. And I'm grateful that even though that place is so beautiful, I love my home better. I prefer being here with this little canyon view versus the ocean view, and just the way my home feels. And that feels pretty good. Grateful to have that feeling of home here with Lisa. So grateful for Lisa. In fact, a lot of things about yesterday were impacted by Lisa, meaning the way, like the things that she's encouraged me around, or things that I have talked through her, ways that she's inspired me or believed in me. And so really, it was nice yesterday as we're saying goodnight to each other, we say gratitudes for each other, and got to really thank her for helping me to be a better person. As well as I sent a note to all the guys saying, I feel like I'm better equipped to be a good person in the world because I learn little things from everybody's honest, truthful wisdom and life experiences that they share. It's a real. There's one thing to hear people like teach lessons or wisdom that that is like an idea or words that are helpful, but there's something else to hear people's life experiences and learn from that, and get to kind of appreciate the shared human journeys. It's kind of like these mornings, just amplified by a lot. So, oh boy, I am feeling a little sleepy right now. So I'm feeling grateful that I don't have a big event today. Grateful that the big event went good yesterday. Thanks for all the encouragement leading up to it. I'm going to do another one on September 7th, I believe I wrote down. I think it's a Sunday, September 7th. It's going to be the next one in San Diego. And yeah, thanks for being here this morning. Good morning, Juan in Sedona. Look at that. We've got multiple people from enjoying the Arizona beauty right now. Enjoy yoga, Echo. And wherever you are, Give yourself a big old squeeze. Feeling grateful for this moment, for these bodies, for the little ripples that we put out throughout our days, no matter what we do. Let's make sure they're as yummy as possible. And take a deep breath in and squeeze one another. On behalf of Grandpa Caleb and everybody here, thanks for being here for Love Morning. Love you. Happy Monday. Hey, High Noon. Thank you. Good morning to you. And good morning, Sherry. Yay. What a lovely way to start the day. Bye, everyone.